Aubrey and this is Brewings TV. Our first story is from earlier this fall. The North Star chapter held its annual Guzzle-N-Twirl show in St. Paul, Minnesota this past October. It was another great show with record attendance, 300 plus tables of Brianna, and lots of fun was had by the mini collectors and friends that gathered for the show. My dad picked up this premium outdoor sign for his collection. The Shell's Border Batch chapter sponsored a brand new show November 5th at the Mankato Brewing Company in North Mankato. This show is well attended for a first show. My dad has more on this new event.
The Shell's Border Batch held its first annual Breweriana trade session at Mankato Brewing Company in North Mankato the first Saturday of November. Turnout for this show was very good with approximately 30 vendors. The brewery opened up early for setup at 9 a.m. and the show started at 11. Steve Miner was excited about the turnout.
I love it. I think it's great. I'm happy to kind of get into a new area, on tap a few things here. I'd really like to expand this and make it a little bit bigger. The brewery's tickled to death to have us here. Obviously, they're doing good business at the bar, and talk about target marketing. We're better to have a beer show than a brewery.
Mike and Abby England came all the way from Ankeny, Iowa to attend the show.
It's cool. There's a lot more people than I thought there would be. And the weather's great, and I'm surprised more people didn't come.
The walkthrough traffic was good, and some people were surprised by what was here.
I think people are a little cautious. I think they're not used to seeing this much stuff. I think the people that I've talked to so far, I think, are a little bit overwhelmed.
The show was a big success, and the chapter's planning on an annual event if the brewery is willing to host us. Watch the show calendars for information on next fall's event. From the Mankato Brewing Company in Mankato, I'm Tom Terwilliger.
There were some pretty incredible pieces of Brianna that have been found this fall. Here's the Hams Bear with more recent finds.
Hey everyone, I'm Steve Miner and this is Recent Finds. There's been some very cool pieces of Brianna showing up lately, and here's a look at some of them. Recently, an entire flock of Shell's cardboard birds were flushed out of the weeds in Ohio, of all places. These showed up on eBay, and to my surprise, the mallard duck was the lowest of the four, selling for $265. The Canadian goose brought $295, the pheasant sold for $351, and the turkey brought $356. If that wasn't enough for rare new home pieces, a Holland sign motion sign with a little character swinging his hammer comes up on eBay. Border Batch members watch with bated breath as this sign hit a record high of just over $1,500. The Glenn Miller auction in Toma, Wisconsin also produced some cool pieces, such as this lot of new home items, which included a 1942 newspaper and Boston-added cardboard sign, which brought $325 for the lot. A Hams neon advertising bottles and cans, which I had never seen before, ended up going for $700, and I'm proud to say that I added that to my collection. And finally, right before we go to production of this show, this rare grain belt sales caster was picked up by the guys at ibuyoldbeer.com. It has now found a new home in a friendly tavern on the ridge in Iowa for $300. Those are some of the fantastic pieces of Brianna that have surfaced and have landed in collections of club members. Keep your eyes open. You never know when a great piece of brewing history may come your way. Next time, happy collecting.
And finally, to finish the year, the Shell's Border Batch held their 13th annual Christmas party in New Ulm. The annual event consists of a get-together at Mark Stuber's house, with a toasting, micro beer exchange, and a potluck dinner. Then the party continues at the B&L bar with an antique beer tasting, auction, and raffle. And some brave souls even take a big drink of really old beer from the slop bucket. Dave Big Bird Bullock won the Shell's LED lighted sign, autographed by Ted Marty. A good time was had by all. That's all for this edition of Brewings TV. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube. Until next time, I'm Aubrey Nicole.